talking Payoneer, net spin, Venmo stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparation, 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 check.
Yeah, well if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody.
All right. I like this article. You want to know why? Because it says don't whitewash Juneteenth. Black people shouldn't have to lose identity just to promote a holiday. You want to know why? Because it's not everybody's holiday. It's our holiday. It's a holiday to celebrate what had happened to us, slavery, the biggest atrocity in history. So don't try to whitewash that. Don't try to do that. I like this article. Let's see what this article has to say. It says that Juneteenth is my favorite holiday. It is the oldest known commemorative of the end of slavery in America, and it brings people together who have not searched others, seen each other in years. Black celebrate. Well, you know what? This is true indeed correct. From Minnesota, we've been celebrating Juneteenth. That's one thing I can say about Minnesota. We've been doing that.
It was the best when it was in Oak Park, though, P.
It was the best when it was at Oak Park, P. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real with you. No, Oak Park, or you talking about over there, or you talking about not Oak Park, but
Yes, Oak Park. When it was in Oak Park.
what about Theater Worth?
That was all right, too. That was the next. That's when they took it from Oak Park.
Oh, okay, see, I don't know nothing about the Oak Park joint.
Over there was off for Ocean Memorial.
Yeah, Olsen Memorial Highway. Yeah, that's Theater Worth.
No, it was right when you came over the bridge. It was right behind the church over there, P. No,
Oh no,
no,
no, I
no,
never know. No, I never know. I don't
no,
even know
no,
about
no,
that.
no, P.
Said blacks celebrate Juneteenth because it symbolizes the end of African Americans being treated as property and being physically and mentally abused by white folks for free labor. The first slave ships docked in Jamestown, Virginia in August 1619 is known as the slave ships. Arrived in Alabama in 1860. Slavery on U.S. soil spanned more than 240 years. Cut the damn check. Nobody's been through that. While Juneteenth is a celebration, it is also a day to pay homage to the ancestor who lost their lives while shackled and chained and stacked on top of one another in slave ships across the Atlantic Ocean. Those who died, those who did not survive the crossing, were discarded into the sea and ate as like shark bait. As Juneteenth approaches on Monday, a recent controversial Greenville, South Carolina shows that we're still learning how to fully honor an event that was only made a federal holiday 2 years ago. An event organizers apologized in May after featuring a white couple on an advertising banner promoting Juneteenth, which is totally disrespectful. It says
Like you
thousands,
didn't know that was disrespectful.
of course they did. Thousands saw an ill convinced ad, and some blacks even called for a boycott. While the ad was surprising, I was more shocked to learn that some African Americans gave this ad the thumbs up. Coons. And there was Africans in America, probably not foundational ones. So there you go.
Period.
It says the white
Hallelujah.
couple never should have been the face of an African American event. Whites and people of all other races and backgrounds can and should attend Juneteenth Day events. I just want them to sample the delicious food created by African descendants. Take our take in our culture, socialize, but more importantly, learn our history. Many people do not understand what internalizing black racial oppression looks like. The cultivating diversity is good. It's like black leaders in Milwaukee said it should not be done at the expense of our own experiences. Juneteenth is a holiday and a celebration whose image should only be that of descendants of enslaved people. Black, now, I don't even like that. It should be descendants of the American killing fields of the South. But people of color have spent so much energy trying to make people feel trying to make white people feel comfortable that we lose our own identity and value. Vince Williams said, co-founder and producer of Kojalegia Productions Cooperative in Milwaukee. That sounds real tetherish.
Trying to tell you because we don't need to help them to feel good. You see them, they told you, hey, we're not teaching it in schools, Pete. We don't want we don't want our kids to feel guilty. They don't need your help.
Americans differ on racial equality. Racial justice doesn't have to divide us as Americans. How Here's how we can work together.
Cut the check.
Yep, that's it. Pay what y'all. Pay your fare. Just pay your fare.
That's it.
Apology by Greenville Juneteenth organizers felt whitewashed. Juneteenth GLV founder and executive director Reuben Hayes, who is black, apologized, but only after some members of the board defended the banner, saying that it was one of 50 ads aimed at reflecting diversity. And in an apology, he said, Juneteenth GLV would like to apologize to the community for the presence of non black faces on two flags representing Juneteenth. We acknowledge this mistake has been made and will correct the error quickly. Our error was in an attempt to unify all of Greenville and thereby slight oversight on one individual's part that prevented us from fully embracing the rich potential and celebrating the deep the depth of black culture throughout the message and meaning of Juneteenth. And for that, we apologize to the entire community.
Hold on. Do y'all make sure that there's at least one black family in all of your publications?
No,
But you just had to make sure the inclusivity on Juneteenth. We have to find a way to include white people. So how do you feel? Why you gotta be
straight up, though. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, all right, we don't do that. I'm like, we used to do that, but we getting out of that. And anybody that's still doing
Hold
that,
on. There's some of us that still that matter of fact, there's quite a bit. They haven't gave me an Oscar, you know.
or the same
How
people.
hard I've worked and I can't get a shout out from mommy and Zaddy. They haven't given me one.
You talking about the Oscar people? Well, here's another one too.
I just want to drink some green beer.
What about this? Now you know the white boy good now. You
Come
can't say
on,
the white.
man.
You can't say the white boy can't rap his ass off now. Y'all hating now putting the white boy up there now.
Apollo syndrome.
Uh, Hayes whitewash African American culture. It says it's still mind boggling how he didn't understand why placing white people on a banner representing Juneteenth was a problem from the beginning. True. It says the decision is equivalent to hosting a women's march but placing men on the flyer. While men should support the women's right march and causes, we should not be it should not be the face of any women's event and vice versa. You should never be you should never be the image promoting what is ours. While it's okay for other races and cultures to be lifted, nobody must explain anything to make people feel comfortable. Everyone should do their work to learn about other cultures. Williams said African Americans have always had to explain why we're honoring our history and culture.
Man, we don't listen, man. Cinco de Mayo ad ain't never had no black person on the Cinco de Mayo ad. Come on, man. The Chinese New Year ad did never had no black person on that ad.
Never,
Never happened.
never. And I'm willing to bet that.
Period.
If so, put the link in the comment section
Right
to to,
now,
to
since
the
y'all got
ad
so much to vomit.
to give me the Irish Day parade. Give me the what's that called? St. Patty's Day. Give me the
St.
Saint,
Patrick's Day.
give me the St. Patty's Day ad. Give me the Hanukkah ad. Give me the Chinese New Year ad. Give me the Cinco de Mayo ad. And just show me one with a black person on it. Any one of them. Any one of them. Matter of fact,
Any one of them.
if you do that, I cash app you $25 right now. Put the black
Immediately.
person on the ad, and I cash app you $25 right now on my little boosie. Milwaukee has celebrated Juneteenth since 1971. The event has grown over the past 5 decades. Today, it features a vast street festival along Martin Luther King Drive, food vendors and everything, barbecue. You'll also find strawberry soda, a staple because red in the food represents the blood spilled by those lost during the multiple generations of slavery. They cleaned that up well because I thought they was gonna say red like the Kool-Aid black people drink, and I was about to shit myself. Joe Biden
No,
signed
you
it.
shouldn't be drinking that red funky Kool-Aid, red funky pop. Although I sell it, so if you're gonna come to my food truck and get some barbecue, we're gonna have some strawberry pop for you. But don't associate it. It's the blood. It flows through our veins.
Yeah,
It's
right.
in your DNA to have you some of that diabetes juice in you.
Why should we celebrate Juneteenth? More than any other holiday, Juneteenth must be a day of service and remembrance. Still, people still struggling with how to celebrate this day. If you are in a position, here's a few things that you can do. Attend a Juneteenth Day celebration, read books on African American history.
IT,
Oh,
they messing with his mic.
oh, read books on African American history, learn about slavery, spend your dollars with black owned businesses, have a meal with a black person, and learn about the horrible truths of slavery. Isn't that too much like right? They ain't doing that.
So hold on. Let me ask you this, P. A random white person comes up to you on Juneteenth and says, "Hey, buddy, I'd like to learn about your culture, buddy. Would you like to go out to eat and talk about it? Are you going?"
No, no.
Of course you're not.
And
Who gave these suggestions, P?
what I would, and that's the thing too. Like everybody know
Period.
you can't be white and over 7 years old and not understand white supremacy through and through. You probably still in training by 7, 11. You got it. 10 or
Period.
11.
Done
You know.
deal. You're
You already
well
know.
aware.
You already
12
know.
for sure. I put money on it. I guarantee.
You can't. First of all, you can't even be white without be thoroughly told what the code is and how to follow it because that is dependent upon your survival. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me
Period.
that, yeah, you know,
Yeah,
not,
yeah. Not. I'm going 9. 9 years old.
9 years old. Yep, yep, 9 years. Yeah,
Yep.
I
No,
get.
because that's
And,
based on your survival. You just already said it. That puts you like fourth grade, third, fourth grade.
yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. As soon as you start getting black friends and all of that, they're gonna have to talk with you.
Yep.
Look,
Yep. There you
it's
go.
okay to be friends with them, but don't invite them to your house. Don't.
Yep.
You always
Yep.
got to keep your eye open. You can't trust them. You can't. They're
All of that.
lazy. They're. Do you know they think you're a bad person from what your ancestors did to them in slavery? So you should be scared of them all the time. You should. Come on,
They're
man.
always looking for get back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, nah, I ain't teaching nobody nothing because they already know. They already know.
Cut the check. You talking about you want to celebrate Juneteenth? Nah, celebrate by writing your congressman, writing whoever's in your representation, write them and tell them you're with reparations. But you won't do that. You won't sign the zero anti-black racism. You won't sign that.com. You won't go there and sign the petition. So I don't want to hear about you taking me out to dinner.
Yeah, you can keep your food. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Because the writing's on the wall there now. I mean, they said what they said. The question is, people, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna, downplay your history and what happened to you to make other people comfortable, or is you gonna celebrate loud and proud? I got 4 words for you. It is like, share, subscribe, and comment. Your vomit. Where over there, player, in the air, off of your mama's derriere. You understand? And I got another 4 words
Like you
for you.
just don't care.
Like it don't care. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the Doha for Shoha. You all